In fact, I conducted interview for one or two candidates, two or three, I don't know today, and posted the video also in the group. I have shared it initially with the group only, not with others. Based on that, I find most of us are lacking in our general knowledge information relating to our own state, our own neighboring states, and like that. So that is what I found. If some of you had the opportunity of watching one or two videos, they were not good. Still, I posted them so that you will at least prepare yourself for answering questions. Because in an interview like this, the questions, as I have already told you, that so what is that Federal Bank interview is the basis on which we will start. Uh, just a minute. Federal Bank interview. Video links here. Federal. Why federal? You may be thinking. It covers almost all aspects of questions that can be asked in interviews. Just a minute. I'll go to this. Yeah. This is folder link. This is the folder link. And in that, in fact, um, that Karnataka boy, has he come today? One who had interview today. But I don't know why people are not coming, because, he said he is doing MCA and they have some exam with TCS tomorrow and all that. That's why he can come. But he has missed very useful questions that we were discussing yesterday. Yesterday, I was discussing about Reserve Bank, then repo rate, reverse repo rate, SDF, then bank rate, also the MSF, all these things we were discussing. So now coming to this, now why banking? This is a very regular question. Why banking? And I think I've already told you that banking is a field that is expanding and is offering enough job opportunities for career growth. And this is a job which involves interaction with customers. I have very good communication skill. I have a desire to talk to people and convince them. So this job is suitable. Such an answer can be given only by people who can speak with confidence. Okay. Sometimes they ask such silly questions like this. How much desire you have to get this job? How will you tackle this question, Sanjana? Sanjana, you are going for State Bank? Sanjana?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Acha. You are going for State Bank?
Yes, sir.
So please tell me how much desire you have to get this job. How will you tackle this question? Hello?
Uh,
What happened? What happened?
sir. Hello, sir. Am I audible?
Yeah, audible. Please speak loudly.
Okay, sir. Sir, since I'm a postgraduate in economics, I have immense desire for working in an economics field where I can see the practical applicability of what I studied in my UG and PG. So, like in when I'm working in a banking institution, like I can see like how a bank work, like and how an interest rate is having an impact on the economy, and I can also be part of uh, like how I can bring a smile on people's face when I can fulfill their financial requirements. So, and it will give me immense satisfaction by working in this industry. So, like I would like to work in banking career. Thank you, sir.
You talk well, but that has no direct relevance to the question. How much desire you have? I mean, you could have simply stopped with telling, I am too keen on getting this job. because I'm a
Okay.
big economic student and I have a desire to be associated in such a field. That answer will be sufficient. Instead of you are explaining about what is inflation, deflation, that and all is not required for this question. In interviews, we must speak briefly and to the point. We should not speak more, and we cannot give one word answers also. Now, this is a very favorite question in banks, even in Federal Bank and other banks. What is CASA? Why
Current
banks
Sir,
are keen
savings
on
account.
current account
CASA?
and saving account.
Yeah. Why banks are very keen on having more of CASA?
So
Please,
due to interest,
who can answer this question? CASA. Uh,
Because banks can make because current accounts are more profitable to banks. That is why
mm,
banks want to and the saving accounts or the term deposits are mm, cost more to banks because they have to pay more interests.
mm,
uh,
exactly.
that's it.
No, but even here, you could have told very clearly the current account, in current account, banks don't pay any interest. In savings account, they pay a very nominal interest. For example, State Bank of India, I think it is 2 point. Anybody saw what is the rate of interest of savings bank account in, say, State Bank? 2 point. Did you see that or not? Why? Why did you not see it yesterday also? I told you. Huh? Anybody saw the website and State Bank of India? I know about Federal Bank, it is 3.05 up to 5 lakhs, and above 5 lakhs, they are giving 3.10%. Now, they are linking it to the repo rate. And I think in case of say State Bank of India, let me search here in my cell phone. I think SBI Savings Bank interest rate. I have forgotten. I saw that last time. 2.70. You should not forget this. You must remember it is 2.70%. So since banks are paying very less interest in a savings bank account, the cost of funds will be less. Since the cost of funds will be less and it is used for lending, it will give more profits. So banks are very keen in having more of CASA deposit. This question at least we can manage. The next question, how will you try to get more CASA accounts for our bank? How will you tackle this question? This is especially for Federal Bank candidates. They will put a question like you. Supposing I tell you, I want you to bring 20 new savings bank accounts within 10 days or 15 days. How are you going to do it? This is the question. Shaurya Gupta, can you answer me this question?
Yes, I can try.
Yeah.
Sir, by partnering with multiple brands like Amazon and other platforms, we can promote the use of credit cards and
Mm,
debit cards.
mm,
So they will be keen to open a bank account.
mm. I think your answer is not correct. You know, opening a savings account does not guarantee you are giving say credit cards.
Yes, sir.
Credit cards are not given nowadays. Of course, they are giving Tom, Dick, and Harry. But even then, they have some condition. Your salary must be this much. Your earning must be this much and all. So below that, they will not give a credit card. Credit card is supposed to be issued only to people who are really deserving it. Now, I will put another question to you, Shaurya. Why banks are keen on having more of credit cards also? And which bank has given more credit cards in our country? You must have heard this. Which bank has issued maximum number of credit cards? Answer is HDFC Bank.
Hmm.
HDFC Bank is the bank that has issued maximum number of credit card. And which bank has issued more debit cards?
The SBI.
Correct. Good. State Bank of India is the bank which has issued more debit cards. Now next question, why banks are happy with having more of credit cards? And another interesting information for you, the first bank to issue credit card in India is Central Bank of India, not State Bank. Central Bank of India, which was in problem, which was under prompt corrective action, and which came out of it recently, and that is the bank. Central Bank of India, headquarters Mumbai. And another question I want to tell you, see, when you are invariably they will be asking, because they want to make your interview not very tough. So they will be simply talking to you to find out what is your family, what is your native place, what are you doing, what is your father doing, like that. Then they will ask, which bank are you having account? Then questions related to that bank may come for it. Invariably, they ask this question, who is the chairman of that bank? Nothing more. Sometimes if they are very much interested, they can ask more questions. And invariably, they do ask this question, why did you open account in that bank? In what way will you answer this? Pradeep, why did you open an account with, which bank are you having an account?
I'm having account in SBI and TMB.
SBI and TMB.
Yes, sir. TMB, Tamil Nadu Mercantile Bank.
But don't tell the names of two banks and all. They will think that you are all very rich, having more number of accounts. Tell only one bank account. Okay,
Okay.
State Bank.
Yes, State
Why
Bank.
did you open account in State Bank of India?
Because their net banking, it is trusted and it is fast when compared to others. And it's mandatory to have a SBA account if I'm studying in NIT, because they used to credit my stipend through that only. So it's mandatory to hold an SBA account.
So that is the best answer. That is the best answer. And yeah, of course, you want to praise SBI for their what is that net banking and all that. What is the name of the app they are having?
YONO.
So what is the expansion of YONO?
That I'm not sure, sir.
Any SBI candidate, can you tell me what is the expansion of YONO?
You only need one, sir.
Correct. You only need one. That is the thing they are telling. It is sufficient. You have that. And you know, with that, you can do a lot of transactions. For example, I have a YONO with me, but of course, I don't use much. YONO. YONO can do so many things. For example, you can scan and pay, you can pay to contact, you can pay to bank account, you can bill pay. They are telling some YONO cash. I don't know what it is. I have never used it. Receive money via QR. You can, and then loans are given, investments are given, then best offers. They are having one column known as best offers. Like this, they have a column known as best offers. There they are telling Samsung special price and free insurance, something like that. So this has loans, invest, insure, online shopping, YONO Pay, cards, open RBI retail direct account, miscellaneous services, SBI e-pay, digital loan collection, then manage debit card, e-mandate, then PPF account open. What is PPF? PPF. What is PPF? Public Provident Fund. Public Provident Fund is a small savings facility which is run by the government. Mostly it comes under post office savings schemes. And the interest rate is being revised every 3 months. And the rate of interest now for this quarter, it is 7.1. Last quarter also it was that, and this one. And sometimes for candidates for SBI and all, this question is obvious. They will ask you what is the PPF account, what are the conditions of PPF account, what are the features of PPF account, they will ask. So please note down, SBI candidates, please prepare on that. Right, you can go to SBI website and SBI PPF account, get to know about it. Okay, not that I cannot tell you, but you can go through that and prepare yourself. What is a PPF account? Similarly, you can also prepare for Sukanya Samriddhi deposit account, which is a deposit account opened in the name of girl children. And the interest rate is 8.2%. Has it been increased? Anybody knows about it? I think there was some revision. Can anyone tell me? I posted a video also on that. I forget. Sukanya Samriddhi deposit rate of interest. There was some revision. Now, yeah, 8.2 only for the fourth quarter of 2023-24. See, if you search like this itself, you will get to know some important points. This tells that the minimum amount to be remitted every year is 250. Maximum you can remit is only 1.5 lakhs. Parents or the legal guardian of a girl child below the age of 10 are eligible to open the Sukanya Samriddhi Yojana deposit in the girl child's name. And there are some more conditions also. You cannot have more than 2 accounts, something like that. So this is a favorite question for our State Bank of India. And coming to our Federal Bank, this is a question. Is there any finance student? Finance candidate, is he available here? What is NPA? What is it? Pardon?
Non-profit asset.
No.
Non-performing asset.
Non-performing asset. Non-performing asset. What is NPA? I will tell you briefly. Number one, say banks, and in fact, this question is also relevant, and a candidate could not answer me today. Non-former students are not able to answer this question. Say in the role of an officer, you will have managing the liabilities and assets of the bank. So what are the items that comes under liabilities of a bank? Anybody can answer. What are the items that appear under the, pardon?
Deposit.
Deposits.
Yeah, mainly deposits and other borrowings. Apart from that, what can be seen in a liabilities side of a balance sheet of a bank? Any finance, any economics? You can also see the capital.
Yes, sir.
Capital and reserves. Capital and reserves. Okay, that's right. Then what are the items we can see in an asset side of a bank balance sheet? What
So
are the
loans and borrowing.
correct, loans, advances. Then we can also see the fixed assets of the bank, namely buildings, land, machinery, vehicles, and all that. They are known as fixed assets. Apart from that, the loans that bank has given to borrowers, and also monies kept by the bank in other banks. Bank may have kept money in Reserve Bank of India, kept money with SBI, So that also you must know. I mean, that is also assets. Under liability side, one more thing that will come is that, say, what is that? Other borrowings. If the bank has taken some other loans, then that will come. No batteries, what many things. Yes, I was telling you about other things of the balance sheet, liability side of the balance sheet. And one more thing will appear in the balance sheets is contra entries. That is, it will come under liability, same amount will come under assets. That is, when a bank issues a guarantee, there is a liability for the bank. So it will appear under liability side. When a bank issues a guarantee, they will take a counter guarantee from the customers. So that will appear under the asset side as customers liability on guarantees issued. That will appear under the asset side. Both of them will balance. I was telling you about NPEs. So when the banks make advances to borrowers, they are supposed to repay the installments and also the interest. When in a loan account, the interest or installment has become overdue for 90 days and above, it is considered as NPA, non-performing asset, and immediately it is classified as substandard account. Prior to this, it is called as standard account. A standard account is a loan account where the installments are being paid by the borrower properly. Interest is also paid by the borrower properly. So that is an account known as standard account. Once it is 90 days overdue, it becomes NPA. And after the account remains in substandard for 1 year, this account will be transferred to another category account known as doubtful assets. Known as doubtful assets. And this loan account will remain under doubtful for a period of 3 years totally from the initial time. And after the 3 years, it will be transferred to another account known as loss assets. So NPA means non-performing asset, an asset from which banks are another important point. The moment an account is classified as NPA, bank cannot take the interest income out of that account to their income. I should not use the word income twice. Let me rephrase. In the case of NPA account, the moment an account comes to substandard and thereafter doubtful or whatever it is, the interest charged for nowadays banks are charging interest every month, excepting say your agricultural loans. The interest charged every month, it cannot be taken to income account of the bank. It has to be kept in a suspense account. So that is an implication. Not only that, when an account comes to NPA standard, bank has to provide funds towards it. Varada Kadan, talking in Tamil, Varada Kadan, a loan that will not come. So in that case, it cannot be written off in the same year, and it is being done in stages. So first year they will provide 15%. Second year they may provide 25%, depending on whether the loan is secured or not secured. So many complications are there. Don't get into those things. When a question like what is NPA is asked, tell NPA is non-performing asset. It is a loan account where the interest or the installments are not received for 90 days and more. Stop with that. Then they have asked a very easy question for this candidate. Is NPA an asset or liability? Can anyone answer this question?
It's a
Is
liability.
No, it continues to be asset. It continues to be an asset. See, a loan, where did we keep it? In assets. Now, when the loan has become overdue also, it continues to stay there only. But only thing is we transfer it into another type of account as far as our records are concerned. Do you follow? It is a asset, not a liability. Good.
So NPA is a bad debt.
NPA is a bad debt, correct. NPA is a bad debt, but bad debt ka matlab is NPA. That is a debt which is not recoverable or about which bank is not sure of recovery. Okay. Which job you will prefer if not selected by Federal Bank? Awkward question, but this candidate was selected. This candidate was selected. Though they asked this question, how will you manage this question? Selected bank, Federal Bank people, please tell how, if you are not selected here, because they are all final year postgraduates. So they want to ask, what will you do? For example, Renu Chavan, what will you do? Renu ji, sir, why are you asking me all questions?
No, I haven't thought of this, but yeah, we can ask. The placement season is going on, and we have applied to multiple organizations. Though Federal is one of my dream banks to or dream jobs to work in, but as placement goes on, I will have to go to my second or third preferences. If I don't get selected with Federal.
No, but this answer is not complete. You said I have to go for second and third preference. That we know. They expected you to give a clear answer in an interview that was not it is not being recorded. So you can always tell, I will go to, which is your another second dream company?
So right now it is Federal. If that doesn't happen, then Godrej.
Oh, good. Third?
Godrej in Boys. If that is not happening, then I have a talk going on with Parle Agro.
What?
Parle Agro.
I have not heard about this. What are they
So
doing?
Parle is an FMCG company.
Parle biscuit. That
Yes,
company?
Parle Agro. Yes.
That you tell me Parle biscuit, I will know it. Then otherwise I couldn't understand it. Anyhow,
Right.
thank you. You managed this question nicely.
Thank you, sir.
First thing for asking, you did not feel bad. Number two, you had some ideas in your mind and you gave out. If you had not thought of this, you could not have come out with this answer that quickly. Good. It was good. Now, Anaga, what will you do, Anaga? Naga.
Sir, I have no idea how to handle this.
That is the
I don't know
majority of the
actually. That's why I joined
majority of South Indian girls will tell like this, boys, sir, I don't know what I will do. Huh? No, you are doing which degree, Anaga?
Integrated MSc Chemistry.
MSc Chemistry. What is the other scope for MSc Chemistry? Which are the other companies coming for campus?
Actually, some industries are coming like bio and
Oh,
only few,
bio.
very few.
Achha. So my suggestion for you will be, you tell the name of bio company, whatever names, get to know the correct names and tell them. That way, one. Number two, otherwise you can say, sir, I may go for research.
Yes, sir.
I may go for research. And what will you do after research? I may take
Postdoc.
I may postdoctorate. I will become a
Yes,
professor or whatever it
professor.
is. Then yeah, it can be managed that way. Anybody else would like to answer this question? Ramya ji, చెప్పండి మీరు ఏం చేస్తున్నారు?
Sir, already I am working as a tutor, so I will join in some teaching profession.
On a large scale. Acha, acha, acha. Oh, here is a case. She is all studying and she is also doing what tutoring for online, correct?
Yes, sir.
So you will continue on that on a larger scale. Good. It's a good answer. Then what is the news about Byju's? Because you said you are in tutoring, such question can be expected. What is the news?
Sir,
Byju's.
but here actually NITK boycotted Byju's because they have done some fraud. So we are not getting that Byju's.
No. Actually, Byju's, the problem is Byju's balance sheet is being released very late, and the investors are having doubt about the balance sheet. That one, and I only know peripheral issues.
Actually,
They sent out a lot of people
yeah, that's what
from
happened, sir.
employment.
Here, my seniors also who joined over there, actually after training program, they like eliminated so many members. So because of that only NITK is not allowing Byju's here.
Yeah. Now it is not wise to go for
Byju's.
Byju's. Earlier they were giving very good salary, 6 lakhs, 7 lakhs salary and all that. That used to be a good sum. Yeah, very good. Next question, you are a bank employee. I am coming to take housing loan from your bank. What are all the questions you will ask me? Question applies to all of you. State Bank, Punjab National Bank, Canara Bank, everybody. Come and tell me what are the questions you will ask. Who would like to start? We will start with this one. So for Sanjana. Sanjana, please tell me what are the questions you will ask. Have you ever studied about this? Do you know it? Or if you don't know, tell me. No problem. Sanjana,
I'm not aware of it.
you have no idea about this. You are going for Federal Bank only?
No, so SBI.
SBI, acha, acha. Then you should go to the State Bank of India's website and know about the housing loan. State Bank of India housing loan. So once you do like that, it will tell you about home loans. See, apply online 3 simple steps home loan at 8.50%. 8.50%. Now, Federal Bank, how much are they charging? Anybody knows? Federal Bank co.in housing loan, how much are they charging? I think it will be more because housing loan interest
8.8.
8.8. Acha, very good. Slightly more, doesn't matter. Now, many times in Federal Bank interviews, they get a question. Look, you are working as an officer in your branch, and there is a public sector bank opposite to you. How will you attract the customers of the public sector bank to your bank? It's a very tough question. I don't know how to answer this. How are you going to face this question? And in fact, while asking, they keep State Bank of India in mind. In fact, in some interviews, they are told State Bank of India is opposite to your bank branch. So how will you convince a State Bank of India customer to come to your bank? Anyhow, you have to answer this question. You can't leave it in choice. So how will you answer this question? Pradeep, tell me.
Yes, sir. Actually, SBI, it will be always crowded when compared to other banks. And I felt like those employees who are working there, uh, like they are not working that much efficiently. So every time there will be a huge queue. Uh, while looking into that, if you get into a federal, I myself, the officer, I'll get you and I'll try to do whatever needed for you in a quick way.
Good. Very, you told nicely. This is the only thing we can tell. We can't tell something more than that because you can't reduce the interest charged. That is decided by the board of directors. Maximum, if at that time you have some offers like a waiver of processing charges. You know, banks, when they give loan, they do charge processing charges. So you can tell them, the processing charges are waived by in our bank. And you can also tell, in our bank, we will process the proposal very quickly within 1 week. Something like that you should tell and try to convince the person to come to our bank. Of course, the rate of interest charged by them is slightly lower. And in fact, a few days back, I was talking to one of the employees of a bank and his senior manager. He was telling sometimes when the proposals are being sanctioned, the customers, they go to another bank when the interest rate difference is only 0.1%. So that is the case. But here you can tell, as you rightly said, I will give you personalized service and with a smiling face like that, you can sell and then get over that question. Correct? Good. What are the things you will ask me? This is the question. Who can answer this? Let it be like a brainstorming. You come out with whatever ideas that comes to your mind. Then I will add some more points that are there in my mind. Now we will start with alphabet A. Alphabet A, Azu, speak.
Yes, sir. First, I will ask the identity proof, sir. Identity proof.
Very good.
Then I will
KYC.
ask.
KYC
Yes,
form. Very good.
Then I will ask account statement because I need
Hmm.
to see the transactions and all. And I will ask like, will they able to pay the EMI every month? Is that possible for them?
How
And
will
I will
you?
ask that
How
what
will
the
you?
employee.
How will you satisfy that?
Because I will ask that what is their occupation, sorry, what they are doing
Hmm.
first. Then
That
is
is why
anything
banks normally ask for last 3 months salary certificate or last 6 months bank statement. Okay. Then come. Next, some
is
more
there?
points. Hmm.
I will ask that the salary slips, sir, if they are working.
Salary slips, yeah. And if he is a businessman, I will ask for the income tax return. Okay. ITR return. Then, hello, what happened? That's all.
Yes.
That is not sufficient. Let me complete it.
Okay.
Number one, I will ask the party to fill in the application prescribed. And I will ask the details like say KYC formalities, then the salary certificate or the tax return submitted by him for the last 3 years to know the level of income. And after that, say, I will take assets and liability statement from him, giving details of assets owned by him and the already liabilities which he has already taken on so far, and per month repayment he has to make to find out whether he is eligible for the loan. Then I will ask him which property is he going to buy, who is going to sell it, whether he has verified about the that is title deeds, whether he has verified the title deeds. I will ask him. Otherwise, of course, we have to get it verified by our bank's lawyer, and I will ask him whether he is buying a ready-made house or a house under construction. So depending on that, the disbursement will be made. I will also find out from him what is the guarantor, if any, he can give for this loan. Then process the proposal, taking into account his income and his repaying ability. And then I will ask for verification of the valuation by the bank's engineer. Every bank has got an engineer, approved engineer. That approved engineer will go and check the property or the property under construction and certify about the value of the property so that the loan can be granted. Is it clear?
So also we can ask, have you made the down payment, the 80-20 rule for the property?
No, whether he can make 20%, whether he
Arrangement.
can bring margin. Good,
Yes.
good point you told.
Mm.
Whether
we can
he
ask
can,
for
whether
CIBIL
he can, whether he, correct, super. Whether he can bring 20% margin, and we have to verify CIBIL score. CIBIL score is a score which tells about the credit worthiness of the party. Normally, a score above 700 or some banks say 650 is good. And in fact, especially for recruitment, State Bank of India will verify your CIBIL score before taking you as an officer. There are cases where people had difficulty in that because they have taken loan for education and they have not repaid and the account become NPA, then they had CIBIL score problems. So is there anybody with CIBIL score problems? The only option is you have to adjust the loan and see that CIBIL score is improved. But I think improving it will take a lot of time. If you pay this month, bank has to report and it takes time for it to be rectified. Good. Who told that CIBIL score? Good point.
me, sir, Pradeep.
Pradeep, good. It's really a good point. I should have told you. I forgot about it. Then we have some 5 more minutes. We can discuss. A message is coming to your phone that you got 5 lakh lottery, and they ask you to pay 5,000 rupees through a link to get 5 lakh to your account. What type of scam is this? Can any, of course, this is, what type of scam is this? Yeah, 1 minute. I'm not sure about this. This is coming under fake price sweepstakes lottery scams. This is not, one candidate has told the answer is phishing. It is not phishing. It is fake price sweepstakes and lottery scams. And in fact, I have a file which will tell you about this frauds and all. Raju and his friends. It is a book brought by what is that, our Reserve Bank of India. It is not coming here. Then let me search in my OneDrive. Just a minute, please. OneDrive. Raju. See, Raju and 40 thieves. Got it. Raju and 40 thieves. Are you able to see this? Raju and 40
Yes, sir.
thieves. There they are. Where is the time for you people? There they are telling so many frauds. Pradeep, please read the name of frauds.
Yes, sir. Fraud through phishing links, phishing calls, fraud using online marketplaces, credit card annual fee waiver, fake offer, ATM card skimming fraud, fraud using screen sharing app or remote access, SIM map or swim cloning, frauds by compromising credentials through search engines, scam through QR code scan,
Anyhow, so many things are there. Let me not waste your time. So, but I want you to read it if possible, and how to share this with you. Just a minute. I am sharing this with you. Yeah. I am giving it in our first, which page is coming? SBI is coming. I am posting it in SBI. Federal Bank boys, please remind me. Raju and 40 thieves. About
Sir, we have it in our folder.
it's there. Oh, Baba.
Yes, sir.
First class. See, I don't know. Excellent. Thank you. I think I must have given it for those people also. Otherwise, let it go to them. I have given them a lot of files, and I don't know what. I deleted one file today, CTDI, because I've given it as a separate link. So that's what it is. So that was the question that we answered like that. Now, the way why I want to tell you this, the questions will be very simple. At the same time, you must have thought about it to give a correct answer. So this is the point I want to tell you. And the nature of questions are not anyway secret. They are already given to you. Please go through them. And then what is spelling of phishing? Then do you know any other attack like this? Maybe this is a MCA candidate, correct? Selected MCA candidate. This is MBA finance selected candidate. Why did you choose MBA finance after engineering? Self-introduction. I said my passion is finance. I mentioned my qualities regarding that patience, meticulous, constantly engaged in the work assigned to me, concentration in particular task till completion. So they asked, then you can't do multitask. I said I look for perfection and I prioritize and work according to schedule, meeting deadline. You are from technical background. How did you manage to study accounts and other management subjects? Why did you choose Federal Bank? What is the share price of this is another important thing. Before going for the interview, as I told you yesterday, you must know the share price. You must know BSE Sensex. You must know in Nifty Sensex. Same way, State Bank people also should know that and go. How strong are you in accounts? What are the three golden principles of accounting? What is your minor subject? Data analytics. What is descriptive, prescriptive, predictive statistics? Why I should select you? There are many commerce students applying. Situation-based question. There is an agitated customer, highly unsatisfied. How will you provide a solution? This is again a very tough question. So please think of the answer for this and questions like this to follow. Maybe tomorrow we will meet again, same time, 9:15 for bank interview questions. If you are having some doubts, you can always post it in our group or bring it ready with you and ask here. And regarding State Bank people, how many of us are State Bank here now available? Swapna, then Renu is there. Rav,
No,
that
sir. I am interviewing for federal.
what's a Swapna is federal. No, but I just wanted to know whether there are any State Bank people so that I can arrange for a session in the morning. Tomorrow is Pongal. I'll be free after my um, meditation, say from 7:45 to 8:30 morning. I'll be free. There are no SBI candidates. Oh.
Sir,
And
sir, I am for SBI.
Rubal, you
Yes.
are there. Very good. So tomorrow we will meet at 7:45 a.m. First, there will be 2-3 classes tomorrow for you. One is 7:45 a.m. We will discuss about group. What is that? Group analysis
Group
or group
exercise.
activity. Group activity. We will do it tomorrow. Okay. I will post it in our WhatsApp group. So whomsoever comes, let them come. We will conduct it. If they don't come, we will post it in their group afterwards. So group activity, and you have some questions on that in the material already provided to you also. Okay. Rubal Sharma,
Okay, sir.
thank you. Why your voice is like that of a small girl? इतना feeble क्यों होता है? Huh?
No, sir.
Huh?
Maybe the mic is a little
Mic
far
is
away
not
from
good.
my mouth.
Huh?
Yeah.
What is your age? 25?
No, sir.
Huh?
29, sir.
29. Oh, then it's okay. No problem. Best wishes. We will meet tomorrow,
Sir,
7:45 for
Sir,
State
small
Bank.
question.
And Federal Bank people. Yeah, tell me.
Sir, privatization of a bank is good or bad, sir? Just can you just explain this?
For you are attending Federal Bank or State Bank?
Sir, federal bank.
Privatization of bank. I think today some report came about one bank. I think IDBI Bank. They want to privatize. They are telling like that for last 5 years, and maybe this year it will happen. Whether it is good, I mean, you can say the privatization of a public sector bank will in no way affect our bank's role. That's one. Number two, whether it is good or not, from the point of view of employees, it may not be good. They will feel it lacks job security. From the angle of government, it is good. They want to dispose of and get some additional funds for the economy. Understand? I am telling you from all angles. There cannot be one definite answer for this. It is both beneficial and not beneficial. It is beneficial for some people who the government will get lot of money. And next, it is not good for employees because they fear that it may result in their losing employment. Already, Federal Bank has become private, indirect private, because majority shares are still with the government hands, with LIC and also our government. More than 95%, 98% is still with the government. Now they are not able to sell it because the buyers will look into the ability of the bank to generate dividends and all. Such a position is not there. So that is why they want to sell banks which are not making more profit. They want to dispose of. Banks like Bank of Baroda, Union Bank, then State Bank of India, and Canara Bank, they will not dispose of because they are already earning profits. So for the sake of interview, the answer will be it is beneficial for the government. They will get funds. With that, you can stop. Okay. You don't have to say employees will feel offended.
So, sir,
Jarurat nahi.
common people
For
also
common
get
people,
affected.
for common people, it may not have much impact. It is supposed to improve the service. And I do not mean to say public sector is not good, but it will certainly improve the service for bank. You know, when BSNL was there, they will not come for rectifying the errors. Even now, they will not come. Whereas your Airtel or Geo sends a man next day itself. Do you get my point?
Yes, sir.
And one ATM card I could not get from State Bank of India for so many days. 1.5 months, I visited 2 times. Then finally, I wrote a nasty letter, email to them. If you are not going to answer me within 1 week, I will take further steps. I will report to higher authorities. Something I wrote. Immediately, that officer called me and said, sir, this mistake is there, sir. You solve it, you will get it. Sir, it's okay, no problem. If there is some mistake on my side, I'm prepared to correct it. It should be pointed out by them. Okay, this is what it is. Thank you.
Sir,
Yeah.
I
Sir,
think
I have
priority
a question.
sector lending might be affected.
Which one? Private sector?
Priority sector lending, PSL lending.
No, it will not be affected because even private sector banks have to achieve 40% target. But one way they can overcome that by not giving advance, but buying rural infrastructure development fund bonds. That way they can do, even then the money comes to the system. So it is useful only. That will not affect private sector lending. Maybe they may not be as lenient as we are. It is not so. I have seen ICICI Bank, HDFC Bank do takes again. In fact, their methodologies are much more better than our public sector banks. I was told by ICICI Bank employee, they use some satellite system. They use some satellite system to know about the something, the location of land and certain other aspects and all, which our normal banks, public sector banks don't have. They are well versed with it. Privatization of banks may not affect to an extent that telecom industry has been affected. Of course, even this is not a bad thing. You know, telecom industry, we were all enjoying for 5-6 years. It is just sufficient you renew for 100 rupees, keep it with you for 2 years, no problem. Suddenly they brought rule, you have to recharge periodically, and they started raising rates. But even then, look, Indian rates are much more competitive than foreign rates. In Canada, for 25 GB, that means in terms of rupees 1,500, sorry, $25, 1,500 rupees in our case, they will give 15 GB data only plus talking time. 15 GB data only. For 15 GB, if you want, I think we can get it at some 500 rupees, 600 rupees a year easily. And they do give every day 2.5 GB also for a total sum of some amount and all. Anyhow, but banking, I am of the view it will not affect the service. But you are asking, do you recommend making all banks private? No. Government should have some control over funds. That way, there should be, the big bank should be in the hands of government. Small banks can be transferred to private sector. This is my idea. Thank you. And regarding our Federal Bank people, 9:15 we will meet as usual. I will conduct interview for those people for whom I have agreed. For example, 15th, 3:30 p.m. I have agreed for 95118, then 4 p.m. 97138, 4:30 80960, 5 o'clock 99943. So these people, they will have interviews. Thank you.
Sir,
Bye. Yeah.
I have a last question.
I
Sir,
want you to go through that guidely banking material so that I can ask some questions based on that. Yeah.
sir, suppose I have a offer in my hand before the federal opportunity. So shall I mention it on that question
No.
if not
very-
selected?
No, if they ask that question,
Hmm.
if they ask that question, then you can tell.
Yeah, obviously. Without asking, I will not say.
Yeah, that can be done. Good.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
And if you are satisfied with that company, then only you can do so.
Hmm.
Thank you.
Okay, sir.
Bye.
Happy Pongal, sir.
Happy Pongal. Best wishes. Thank
Yes.
you.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Thank you, sir.
Bye.